guys, welcome back. Today we are here with another video about MRRF. Now, MRRF was a whole lot of fun. I will go ahead and link to all of the videos up there. So there's some live streams, there's a recap, there's me unboxing a coffee table, there's all sorts of stuff. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And unfortunately, this was the only interview I was able to get in while I was there. It was totally overwhelming, the amount of things there was to see there, but this was something I really thought was cool and deserved to be showcased, and that is the color mixer by Jason Powell. Jason Powell works for Mohawk Group, and he designed this printer from scratch and basically made it 100% himself. The process that he talks about is pretty impressive, and how he came up with the idea, and I just thought it was something really cool that you guys would be interested in seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the interview with Jason Powell. And stick around, because at the end, I do have a couple more things that after I turned off the camera we talked about that I wanted to mention as well. So if you're interested in seeing the interview with Jason Powell, keep watching. So how did you come up with this idea?
Well, about a year and a half ago, I bought the Diamond Hot End, which is an experimental hot end on Kickstarter that took 3 feeds and kind of converged into one. I bought it and played with it, and I was one of the first people to really figure out how to mix colors with it completely. So I hacked the machine together. At home. It was actually a row stock V2, and I started mixing colors and making bases. And then I have a small YouTube channel that I posted a video about it on YouTube, and I didn't think much about it, but kind of organically it got very popular, and got a few articles written and some attention from people. And at the time I was studying computer science in New York at Columbia, and out of nowhere I got hit up from a company that was interested in the machine that I was building, and I went down to talk to him, an interview, basically in jeans and a hoodie, and I talked to him about the machine, and they asked me if I could build one that did 5 inputs, all the colors, the full color spectrum, white, black, cyan, magenta, yellow, and I was like, yeah, definitely. So they offered me a job on the spot. And,
that's amazing.
Yeah, and gave me all the resources. I helped build the lab that I work in, getting all the machines and everything, and from there, after I got done with the lab, I just focused mainly on this. So I designed the entire machine myself. I machined every part myself on the CNCs. I even anodized and powder coated them all myself.
Wow.
Built a powder coating oven, set up a whole, basically a meth lab to do the anodizing.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, so this is the hot end. It's water cooled. These 5 water blocks basically all meet in and converge about right at the top of the hot end.
Yep.
They meet up and extrude out. So the cyan, magenta, and yellow filament all mixed together, and I get pretty much the entire
spectrum of
colors in the models, plus the white and black. And the white and black will also make silvers and whatnot for me.
Wow.
And as you can see here, it's just ratio mixing. So, like this green right here is just 1 part cyan, 2 parts yellow. This green's 1 part cyan, 1 part yellow. This kind of like blue,
periwinkly color.
Yeah, purple, I guess, is 2 parts cyan, 1 part magenta, and then like my reds are just 3 parts magenta, 1 part yellow, and orange, so on and so forth. Basic color theory. Mechanically, I'm pretty good. I don't clog too often at all with the water cooling. It really does the trick, because this is at 230 degrees Celsius, but these water blocks are cold to the touch.
Yep.
Pretty rigid machine. So mechanically, I'm sound. Right now, I'm trying to develop the slicer and the hardware, or the slicer and the UI, to really be smart and efficient, and that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm just looking to get this manufactured here pretty soon and bring it to market.
It's an amazing machine. There's a ton of work that has gone into this.
A lot, thank you.
And you can tell.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell.
I mean, I made every single part, and I did it all myself, like all by myself. So yeah, I didn't sleep much. 24 hours in a day, and I work about 25 of them.
Wow.
So yeah, this is all I do. This is my life.
That's amazing, though. Congratulations, because I can't even imagine what it takes to do something like this. So
it's a lot of determination. I failed so many times, and just hours and hours and hours of work. Hours of work.
That's awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
That was pretty cool, right, guys? So Jason does have a YouTube channel, as he had mentioned in the video, and I will go ahead and link to that up there as well as in the description box below. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. He's got some good stuff on there. At MRRF, Jason had a survey for people to fill out after seeing the machine to see people's thoughts on it, anything they liked about it, disliked about it, things like that. And one of the questions asked about price. So I did ask Jason what he was looking to price the unit at, and he said he was hoping to do around that $2,500 mark. And I asked if he thought that was really a realistic number. And he said yes and no. Yes, it would be a very realistic number if it was made in China. If it were made in the US, no, that would not be a realistic number. It does seem like a reasonable price point. A couple things he did mention. I asked about open source and whether or not it was going to be open source, and he said yes, with the exception of the nozzle itself was proprietary, as it was a custom nozzle and they do have the patent on it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what you said, Jason. Otherwise, everything he's intending on being open source to help further the technology and the capabilities. It was really impressive to see, and especially to see the craftsmanship that he put into making this printer. So it was pretty fascinating. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that and seeing a little taste of what MRRF had to offer. And I hope to do some more interviews like this as I go to different events, now that I kind of know what to expect going into it. So thank you guys so much for watching. A huge thank you. A huge thank you to all of my patrons over at Patreon. I could not do videos like this without your support. It absolutely means the world to me. You guys are the best. And that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope that you have a fabulous weekend or whatever you are up to. And I'll see you guys again next time.